Hey, what's going on YouTube? John G again from NYC to Williston, North Dakota. Alright, I'm just going to show you guys a couple of things that I did to keep warm in freezing cold weather. Alright, first thing I did to keep warm was the flash dance. Alright, second thing I did to keep warm was shadow boxing. The third thing was the heel toe. The fourth thing was pop and locking. The fifth thing, place walk. Next, the Dougie. Can't forget wildin' out. And the last but not least, slow wind. Now just know that when you guys do this, if you guys have dreads, make sure there's nobody around you, because you might hurt them. Alright. And you'll get very dizzy also. Alright, there was one person who asked me to make a video about what I did to keep warm, like -45. I think that's actually the coldest that has been out here in North Dakota. -45, and when it's -45, it's freezing cold. Alright, like I said before in one of my other videos, you just have to keep moving. Just move your whole body. You know, now, as funny as it looked, as my buddy was moving and dancing, that's what you have to do to keep warm. Don't just stand like this with your hands in your pocket, staring into space, because you'll freeze. Alright, just move around. Do the Dougie, do all of that, because that's what you will need to do in order to keep warm. If you guys have other things you want to do to keep warm, that's fine. But just don't stand still with your hands in your pocket and just say, man, it's cold, because, yeah, it's cold, and it'll get colder, alright? Once again, I had this on my other video, alright? One of these, it's a Carhartt insulated coverall, alright? It's pretty thick, alright? Full zip up. Under Armour pants. Alright. This is the extra large, I believe. Something like extra large, alright? And you have Under Armour shirt. This is only a 2.0, alright? I got this in New York along with the pants. Now in New York they don't have anything higher than 2.0 because it gets cold in New York, but not that cold. In North Dakota, the highest that goes up to is 4.0, alright? Now the 4.0 looks just like this, except there's a lot more padding, alright? You can see the inside. I don't know if you can see it too well or not, but you have a little bit of padding, but just not that much. Alright, with the 4.0 you have a lot of padding, and it's pretty expensive. The 4.0 is actually $80 for the shirt and $80 for the pants. Alright? It goes from I think 1.0 to 4.0. Alright? The 2.0, I think, if I remember, this was about 50 for the pants and 50 for the shirt. Alright? Another thing also, so you have your Under Armour and you have your insulated coveralls. Another thing that you want is either, well, you can get also long johns, and you can get sweaters just like the one I'm wearing right now. Doesn't have to be anything too thick, but you know, the more layers of clothing that you have, the better you'll be. All right. Now, don't worry about if you think that you're overpacking, because the more you bring, the better. You know, you don't want to go out there in the oil field and you're like, damn, you know, I'm cold, and you know, because you didn't bring enough clothes. If you have a lot of winter clothes that you don't mind if they get dirty or not, bring them. All right. If you have thick pants, thick shirts, thick socks, bring them also. Alright, the socks that I'm wearing right now, these are Carhartt socks. These are, I believe, 80% wool. Alright, and they also have right here, it's like a little area so that your foot can get ventilation. Alright, and they're very thick. Alright, these socks are probably about $12 a pair. So, but like I said, you just do what you gotta do to keep warm, you know? Once again, just hold on for 1 second. So last time I was talking to you guys about the boots. These boots, I really like these boots a lot, alright? Now you have boots similar to these, or, you know, different kind of boots, but they're designed to keep your feet warm when it's like negative numbers, right? These boots here, I believe, I could be wrong, but they'll go up to like negative 50 or 60, right? It's a good material, you know, you don't have to worry about it, you know, getting damaged or anything. I love them. I've used it a lot of times, and, you know, you have other boots that are different material, that's fine, you know, just make sure that when you get a pair of boots, you don't get any cheap boots because your feet will freeze, alright? When I was in New York, I actually bought these pair of boots. These are Red Wings, right? I paid $100 for them, and they have 200 grams of insulation, alright? Now I thought that these boots would be okay for North Dakota. They're not. They're horrible. These are okay for New York, not for North Dakota, alright? They're not bad, but if you can see, I kind of wore them out. But like I said, you would need better boots, alright? Wherever you guys are from, if it doesn't get that cold, you might just have to buy them either online or in North Dakota, alright? These boots, I haven't seen anything like this in New York, because it gets cold in New York, but not as cold as out here. So there's no need to sell boots like this, you know? Just like in Florida or Atlanta, they probably wouldn't have any really thick winter jackets because it doesn't get cold down there, alright? So that'll be it for now, you know. I got some news later on, which I'll tell you guys about it on my next video. So just keep watching. If you get a chance, subscribe, and you have a good one. Oh, and this handprint, I don't know if you guys see it, but I got this shirt, I got this sweater at an Indian reservation, alright? I'm not exactly sure what this handprint means, but whenever somebody touches my chest, like usually at my job, there's a few ladies who, they like to touch my chest. They like to put their hands on my chest, and I just start shaking like I got the Holy Ghost in me, so. Alright, so next time, check it out. Later.